In today's show, Bitcoin Doji points to bullish reversal scenario as the Bitcoin price holds $36,000 support. That's right, it's not too late for the Bitcoin bulls to reclaim its bullish bias as it halfway paints an indecisive doji candle on the weekly chart. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the bullish scenario if the Bitcoin $30,000 support sticks, as well as the bearish scenario if $30,000 breaks down. Also in today's show, breaking news, Texas governor candidate Don Huffines will make Bitcoin legal tender in Texas if elected, as well as Brussels member of parliament to convert entire 2022 salary into Bitcoin. Let's go. Also in today's show, crypto exchange FTX US closes $400 million funding round to reach an $8 billion valuation. That's right, this new funding will put towards expanding FTX US's workforce and introducing new offerings. And let's not forget that last year, FTX Global Exchange raised $420 million, raising its valuation to $25 billion. And this just in, breaking news, the Biden administration is reportedly preparing to release an executive action to regulate Bitcoin as a matter of national security. So back in 2013, the government said Bitcoin is fake internet money. And now in 2022, they say Bitcoin is a matter of national security. So which is it? And as Arica Road shares here, Biden's pending executive order on regulating Bitcoin and crypto is exactly why we need new voices in Congress and advocates on the Financial Services Committee. If I were in Congress right now, I'd be pushing back on regulating because 1 in 6 people either have Bitcoin or crypto, and she makes a great point. Also in today's show, Bitcoin bulls continue to double down on $100,000 price prediction for this year. That's right, we have Samson Mow of Blockstream who says we'll see $100,000 within the first half of the year. We also have the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, who says Bitcoin will also be able to reach $100,000 price in 2022. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ether, and many of the major alts are currently correcting and in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go next? Find out all this, plus so much more, in today's show. Here come the news alerts. I drop a brand new episode every single day. The goal is to get to 100,000 subs along with a $100,000 Bitcoin price. If you like getting that crypto, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And today's episode is brought to you by FTX, the official sponsor of Crypto News Alerts. Check out their new NFT giveaway right here. And here's how it works. Simply spend over $50 on their platform and you'll have a chance to win a free NFT. All you need to do is click my link in the description right down below to register today at ftx.us. Also like to give a quick shout out to the FTX app, formerly known as Blockfolio. This is the first thing I do every morning is check the prices on my crypto. Also like to point out that you can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and NFTs as well as other top cryptos with zero fees using this app, truly making this a no-brainer. And they are trusted by over 6 million people worldwide and available in over 200 plus countries. And they have a special promo they're running right now where you can earn free crypto on every trade over $10. Here's how it works. Every trade over $10 earns you a chance to get a random free coin. And the more you trade, the more you earn. So go ahead and use my referral link in the description right down below so you can start trading with zero fees. And let's get these NFTs, shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. How's it going, crypto fam? Holla at your boy. Now it's not too late for the Bitcoin bulls to reclaim its bullish bias as it halfway paints an indecisive doji candle on the weekly chart, which you can see right here on your screen. In detail, Bitcoin's price correction this week to below 33,000 had it form a lower wick, suggesting that the bulls bought the dip. Now a sharp retracement ensued and took Bitcoin price as high as $39,000 on January 27th. However, the bulls failed to hold the said week-to-date top for too long, resulting in another wick, but also pointing to the upside. Now, Bitcoin price has since corrected to near its weekly opening rate of 36,200, and in doing so, it has formed a traditional candlestick called doji that reflects indecision between the bears and the bulls. If found at the bottom of the trends, doji candlesticks could signal the reversal of price direction. Now let's discuss the bullish analysis if $30,000 support sticks. Bitcoin has been trending lower since it established its record high at 69,000 back in November of last year. And in doing so, the crypto wiped out more than 50% of its profits, even dropping below its 50-week exponential moving average, which is a key support level. But Bitcoin's strongest interim support comes in at 30,000 a level that has been capping the crypto's downside attempts since January of last year. And notably, in May to July of 2021, the level was instrumental in attracting accumulators that helped the Bitcoin price climb to record highs. If the support around $30,000 holds, it's possible we'll see a strong upward trend resuming, noted Crypto Batman, a pseudonymous market analyst, as he points out here in this chart. And additionally, a doji formation ahead of the Bitcoin price hitting 30,000 support shows a weaker bearish sentiment near that level. Now for the bearish outlook, if Bitcoin is to drop below $30,000. Now in detail, Bitcoin's weekly relative strength index, known as the RSI, is currently near 38. It's still heading towards its oversold territory below 30. It shows that the Bitcoin price still has room to continue its decline in the coming sessions, at least until it tests that $30,000 support. Now meanwhile, a close below 30,000 puts Bitcoin at risk of falling towards the 200-week exponential moving average, which is near 25,000. That is primarily due to the wave's history of ending bearish cycles in 2018 and 2019, which followed by sharp retracements to new record highs. Now this week, Bitcoin wobbled between extreme highs and lows due to the suspense around the Federal Reserve's rate hike plans for 2022 to combat inflation. On Wednesday, the crypto's gains fizzled out after the U.S. Central Bank confirmed it would raise interest rates in mid-March. That's right, JP's press conference after the statement further revealed the Fed's likelihood to increase rates after every policy meeting for the rest of the year. The Fed chairman admitted that the inflation outlook had worsened since their policy meeting in December, underscoring that the ongoing supply chain issues may not get resolved by the ends of this year. Now, at least they're finally admitting that there is inflation. Remember, they kept saying inflation doesn't exist, or inflation is transitory, or it's not inflation, it's deflation. Well, guess what? It's inflation, and it's coming full speed ahead. Bitcoin seesawed in the hours leading up to the Fed statement, and during JP's conference Wednesday afternoon, it briefly jumped to almost 39,000 after the central bank released its policy decision, but started falling after JP started speaking to journalists later in the afternoon. An independent market analyst, Crypto Burb, played down the fear surrounding the Fed's tightening policy, stating that the central bank would not take a destructive approach towards financial markets. So there you have it. And before I break down next story of the day, crypto exchange FTX US closes a $400 million funding round to reach an $8 billion valuation, as well as breaking news. The Biden administration is reportedly preparing to release an executive action to regulate Bitcoin as a matter of national security, as well as the Bitcoin bulls continue to double down on their $100,000 Bitcoin price prediction for this year. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, all the major cryptos are currently correcting, and in the red, with Bitcoin down 1.27%, trading just above 36,300 at the time of this recording. Ether down 4%, trading under $2,400. Luna down a whopping 21%, trading just above 48 bucks. Solana down 5.6%, trading under $88, and Cardano down 3%, trading at $1.02. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Chicago-based crypto exchange FTX US has reached an $8 billion valuation following new funding. Shout out to FTX US, the official sponsor of the show. Now, according to Reuters on Wednesday, the American affiliate of FTX closed a $400 million funding round led by SoftBank Group Corp, Temasek Holdings, Paradigm, and Multicoin Capital. Now, FTX President Brett Harrison said that this development puts their firm as one of the largest crypto exchanges in the United States and sends a message to the world that they are growing very rapidly. You can say that again. Harrison indicated that the firm will use the funds to further its offerings as well as to grow and expand its workforce. Back in 2021, the exchange made a sale and purchase agreement to acquire crypto derivatives platform LedgerX to expand its spot trading services by offering Bitcoin and Ether options and futures contracts to investors. And FTX's global exchange raised literally $420 million from 69 investors, raising its valuation to $25 billion last year. And I love those two numbers, by the way. Happy 420, and hey, can't go wrong with 69. And at the same time, the exchange also pushed marketing efforts by acquiring the naming rights to Cal Memorial Stadium and Miami NBA Stadium. Now, meanwhile, the funding for crypto projects continues to grow in other areas of the ecosystem. On January 19th, Secret Network announced a $400 million funding offer to developers building within its network. The new $225 million ecosystem fund, along with $175 million accelerator pool, aims to back privacy-oriented and decentralized applications. And venture capital company Andreessen Horowitz also announced its plans to raise $4.5 billion to invest in crypto funds. The firm would allot $3.5 billion for its venture capital fund and and $1 billion to seed investments in the Web3 space. And alongside this, we have British payment platform Checkout.com, who recently raised $1 billion in investments to advance crypto payment processing, bringing the company's valuation to $40 billion. Let's freaking go. I want to give a quick shout out to Parsec, a great project which is connecting blockchain data to the off-chain world. They have plans to become a one-stop solution for blockchain data. Now, Parsec is the next generation blockchain analytics platform built to connect blockchain activity to off-chain applications and devices. And as you can see here on crypto Twitter, they do have a thriving community, and their token, PRQ, could be found on KuCoin. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click the link in the description right down below to check out Parsec for yourself and try it today for free. And before I break down next breaking story of the day, the Biden administration is reportedly preparing to release an executive action to regulate Bitcoin as a matter of national security, as well as Bitcoin bulls continue to double down on $100,000 Bitcoin price prediction for this year. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting just above $1.6 trillion with about $83 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, with Bitcoin dominance back on the climb at 42%, with the Ether dominance at 17.3%. And checking out the top gainers in the crypto market, we have Cashback Pro up a whopping 5,700% for the day, followed by Son of Baby Doge up 5,400% for the day, followed by Yam version 2 up 5,200% for the day. Now, obviously, these are the super-ish coins, but which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on for 2022? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated at 24 out of 100 in extreme fear. Yesterday at 20, last week at 19, and last month at 27 in fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity like we're witnessing right now. BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. But all right, now let's break down our next breaking story of the day. Sleepy Joe Biden's White House is expected to issue an executive order in the coming weeks about actions the United States government will take regarding digital assets. A source familiar with the White House's plans told Barron's that the executive order will be issued in a national security memorandum. Now, Biden's memorandum would assign some government entities to study crypto, stablecoins, and NFTs with the goal of developing a workable regulatory framework. The source was quoted sharing the following: "This is designed to look holistically at digital assets and develop a set of policies that give coherency to what the government is trying to do in this space." Notice they use a soft and gentle word like holistically versus tyrannical, which we all know it is what it is. I recently did this poll on crypto Twitter, most powerful organized crime organizations in the world, and 49% of you said the IMF/World Bank. 31% of you said the Federal Reserve, 10% of you said SEC, and 9% of you said the World Health Organization. Just saying. Now, rumors of a potential executive order on crypto have been swirling in the recent days. Earlier this week, Forbes reported those government entities would likely issue reports on their findings by mid-2022 after having looked at the systemic risk of cryptos and their illicit uses, which we all know is nothing more than FUD. Nothing has more illicit use than the US dollar. Facts, fam. So the rationale for the executive order falling under national security is that crypto is a cross-border tool for shifting money. The ability of decentralized blockchain technology to circumvent geospecific surveillance or rules means that the administration may push for synchronized international regulations with other countries. Now, Eric Balchunas, senior exchange-traded fund analyst at Bloomberg, noted earlier on Friday that the Biden administration viewing crypto as a national security threat may also be behind the constant rejections of the Bitcoin spot ETFs. That's right, as he shares here. In fact, you could reverse this and look at the seemingly head-scratching denial of what is clearly a good way to invest in crypto was a foreshadow to the border crypto crackdown. At least that's one theory we threw out there in June. And he continues, here's some examples of high-ranking government officials bashing crypto. This does go a long way in explaining the inexplicable. Why allow BITO and GBTC to exist and then claim investor protection for not approving spot? Final thoughts on this. Ironically, this is arguably good news for spot approval since the Biden administration is going to release an executive action, what they want regulatory framework in the next few weeks. That should clear way for spot Bitcoin ETF. Timeline unclear though. So there you have it. Do you feel we're likely to ever get this spot Bitcoin ETF here in 2022 in the United States for the king of all crypto? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And he makes another great point here. This validates our higher power theory of Gensler's refusal to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF. His bosses won't let him. Preach. And before I break down our final story of the day, Bitcoin bulls continue to double down on their $100,000 Bitcoin price prediction for this year. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 1,000 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my crypto merch store now live at merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also, the daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 investors every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also, have a blog I update daily, which can be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And of course, you can find me on Spotify and Apple's iTunes. And if you're listening to the pod, be sure to check out the YouTube channel at cryptonewsalerts.net for the full premium experience with video. And of course, you can follow me on crypto Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and TikTok. So wherever you're at, be sure to follow me there. But all right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Despite the fact that the end of 2021 suggested there could still be some concern in regard to the volatility of the market, there is no doubt that last year was huge for the crypto industry and one that was huge just in general. Indeed, there were a number of different things to look out for, including things such as NFTs and DeFi. We had Ethereum and smaller cryptos. However, it was also a year that had plenty of impact on the king of all crypto. The cryptocurrency, which had experienced a number of fluctuations over the last 12 months, had managed to hit an all-time high of $69,000 back in November. And at the time of this recording, we're about 50% down from all-time highs. Nonetheless, this has not stopped many of the bulls from predicting that Bitcoin will still be able to reach that six-figure price that many have hoped it would, with many standing strong in their prediction and seemingly having so much confidence in it happening as before. Now, for the moment you all been waiting for, some Bitcoin price predictions. We have Blockstream's Chief Strategy Officer, Samson Mow, who appeared to double down on his prediction that Bitcoin will be a six-figure price by suggesting it could happen inside the next 6 months. He stated, we'll see $100,000 within the first half of the year. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Samson Mow. He also did reveal that Bitcoin will still be a rather risk-sensitive asset over the short term with a number of different factors at play, but also stated on a long enough time horizon, Bitcoin does its own thing. Facts. We also have El Salvador President Nayib Bukele, shout out to Bukele, who recently echoed the opinion that Bitcoin will also be able to reach a $100,000 price this year in 2022, as he made a number of strong predictions while taking to Twitter and posting a tweet to all his followers. Checking out that tweet right here he shared on January 1st of this year. 2022 predictions on Bitcoin will reach $100,000. 2 more countries will adopt it as legal tender, will become a major electoral issue in U.S. elections this year. Bitcoin City will commence construction. Volcano bonds will be oversubscribed. And a huge surprise at the Bitcoin 2022 conference. So there you have it. Which 2 nations do you feel will likely adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, as Bukele predicts for this year? I recently shared this poll on crypto Twitter. Next country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, 38% of you said Turkey, 30% of you said Brazil, 20% of you said Tonga, and 10% of you said Russia. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. Now, Samson Mow highlighted that Bitcoin mining at the national utility level is the first step, and a number of countries have seen the market resurface. Despite the fact that China banned crypto mining in June of 2021, countries including Canada, Iran, Germany, and Malaysia, as well as Russia and the US, have all seen a resurgence in market interest, according to research compiled by the Cambridge Bitcoin Electricity Consumption Index. Now, some would suggest that Bukele and Mao's thoughts are shared, though due to the interest that they have together after a partnership was announced that would see them offer volcano bonds. Half of the $1 billion sovereign debt would be going towards financing Bitcoin City, which would harvest nearby geothermal energy from a volcano to mine Bitcoin. Now, Mao stated that a zero tax on everything development zone would help to transform El Salvador into the Singapore of Latin America. However, it should also be noted that the bond is not yet available, as Blockstream continues to work with a number of brokers. The other half of the 10-year bond offering will be converted into Bitcoin, with a coupon of 6.5% being carried over the next decade. So there you have it. Do you agree with Samson Mow and Nayib Bukele, president of El Salvador, that we're likely to reach a six-figure Bitcoin price this year in 2022, and that more countries will adopt Bitcoin as legal tender? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now for the top 3 comments from yesterday's episode, our very own Inner Dino wrote, "Thanks JV, love the show. First it was banks, now it's countries. Max was right. Cheers fam, I appreciate you tuning in. Yes indeed, big shout out to Bitcoin OG Max Kaiser." Our next feature comment comes from Atanas, who wrote, "Hodl is the name of the game. If somebody is afraid of bears, don't go to the woods." Thanks so much JV for daily news and comments. Well said fam, thanks for tuning in. HODL. Now for our third and final featured comment comes from Kryptoni. These people are guessing and thinking long term, possibly 8 years or so from now. So buy the dip now and HODL long. BTFD and HODL, you got it, fam. And to be featured on tomorrow's episode, drop me a comment right down below.